And welcome to the Days of Comments Past podcast. My name is Mike Neal, and the fucker below me, right here, that guy right there,
Who still won't show his fucking face.
who still won't show his fucking
Yeah, he
face,
beat you to it.
Caleb fucking Eugene, and the guy that's over here, Retro
Hello,
Bro.
hello. I'm gonna start saying 740 for the TikTok plugs I do with this.
So how are you guys today, man? What are you doing?
I am ready to piss on the face, shit on the walls, and fart in the mouth of the internet.
So you're angry black man in an elevator.
Don't marginalize me.
You never heard that song, Angry Black Man in the Elevator?
I have. Just don't talk about it right now.
I love that song. So, how are you, Caleb?
I'm all right, man. Just enjoying a little break I get from school.
You the old schoolers.
Yep. Old school. Good
So
old
we
school.
don't have a lot to talk about today. But one thing that I wanted to bring up was this fucker right here. This guy.
Who's that?
Yeah,
I never heard of him.
yeah, that guy.
I never heard of the guy.
We brought him up last podcast, and I thought we'll bring him up again, man. Because now he's done something.
I became a rich.
No, go ahead.
What's that? I'm sorry. I became a Rich the Kid fan this week because I found out Rich the Kid took out 6ix9ine's baby mama and made himself make sure people photograph that. Anybody who's against that guy, that's my favorite rapper. If you're against 6ix9ine, I fuck with you. Rich the Kid.
Well, here's the thing now is it's is it Tekashi 6ix9ine? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay. He is going out. He has started to call out rappers and claim that they are snitches, that they're rats.
Yep. Snoop Dogg. He called out Snoop Dogg.
Wow. Calls out Snoop Dogg. I mean, you're gonna end up dead doing this shit, dude.
I don't know. Snoop Dogg, in my opinion, he's got the gangster clout and everything, but Tekashi's surrounded by the Fort Knox of security guards now. He's doing this for publicity. Snoop Dogg's chilling with Martha Stewart. I don't know how gangster we can really call him. His name is so solidified in pop culture, he can almost do no wrong. I don't know.
I don't know,
That's
man.
my take on it.
I don't know. I mean, he's.
What's he gonna do? Send the Crips to kill Tekashi? The Crips should have been killed Tekashi on their damn own, for real.
It starts off with them. It starts off with Snoop Dogg. Does he continue on? If he continues on, this could get bad.
It's one of many rappers he was already beefing with. I mean, I guess at this time period it could, but I think it's going to be an Instagram thing. Rappers love. What I hate, if I was a famous rapper and I was beefing with another rapper, you know what I would do on Instagram? Like, hey, we have the money to fly out to see each other right now. We can afford it. Let's fly out to this location right now and settle it. They never do that. They just on Instagram Live.
Very true. And real quick, we'll say, hey, Mark, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in.
Hello.
Sir.
What's going on, Mark?
But I don't, at 10, 15 years ago, you did some shit like that, man. It wouldn't have flew. I mean, that shit wouldn't fly. You don't get
the
to
stuff
do
Tekashi's doing, you mean?
Yeah. You went into prison and you were a rat. And you're coming back out and oh, it's okay. Everybody rats. It's okay.
I don't know.
Everybody
That's debatable. Frank Lucas from American Gangster, that man snitched. The guy from Goodfellas snitched. Think about it.
I mean, you can't.
Those are two true stories.
But we're talking about hip hop though, man.
I just burst your bubble though. That's why you like.
No.
I'm just playing.
I mean, it is a discussion to have.
Is
it okay to rat or snitch in certain situations? If I bring it back to fucking Cameron was like, man, if I had a serial killer living beside me, I wouldn't fucking snitch on him.
He said he wouldn't?
No, it was like, dude, he did this shit on fucking Dateline or fucking some huge. It was years back, but he did.
I don't remember.
Huge. they had Cameron, and he was like, "Man, would you snitch if you had a serial killer living beside you?" And he's like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not a snitch. I'm not gonna do that shit, man."
But what if it
Fuck
was
that.
John Wayne Gacy, a child choker like you, Mike?
No, he literally said,
The fucking dead chokehold.
The dead chokehold.
That's even worse because it's like he's not just a child chokehold. He
Would
like
you snitch on Chris Benoit if you found out what he did next to you, Mike?
Yeah,
I brought the shit up too.
mean,
I was talking shit.
I mean, legitimately, if I seen that shit going on, I would have to fucking tell somebody. But
Of course,
Cameron, one of the biggest rappers of all fucking time, said, "No, fuck that. I wouldn't do that. That's snitching, man. I wouldn't do this shit."
What do you think, Caleb?
I mean, snitching is snitching. So, I mean, it's just one of those things.
Do you think there's any parameters to where it's like appropriate snitching? Like you have the right to snitch? You think? I don't know.
Like, I don't know. Like, if somebody's life's in danger, or somebody is getting severely injured, or if it's a situation like that and circumstances like that are in the situation, I would say that maybe telling somebody probably would be a good thing, because if somebody ends up dead, then it's going to be a really
Right.
big problem for somebody. So
That blood's on your hands forever after that.
exactly, and knowing it is gonna just eat you up any fucking way. So but that's a whole nother topic. But like, as far as like shit, like I don't know. It's a
Why are you laughing? I worry about Mike, y'all.
No, because I was just thinking like I might segue into the next section.
Oh yeah,
of the
I can't
podcast.
wait to where we're gonna go with this.
I was gonna segue like this. Snitch, whatever if you want to snitch, if you don't want to snitch, whatever. But Mr. Rogers said one of his favorite things to say was to find the helpers. So if you're in a situation, find the fucking helpers. Find the helpers. And I guess if somebody is raping and murdering people that live next door to you, find the helpers.
Yeah, find the helpers.
Okay. So we got a little game we're gonna play today. Or like a competition. What we're gonna do is I've asked both you guys to come up with a list of 3 Disney movies.
Segway.
Boom. Come up with 3 Disney movies, and you guys have to debate each other whether or not you think your list is better.
Okay.
All right. So you with me, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
All right. So how do we determine who goes first?
I guess you have to figure that out right now, because we should have done it before now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Flip a coin. You got a coin in your pocket? We can call heads or tails.
I have a penny right here.
Flip it. What do you call it, Caleb?
Call it, Caleb.
Heads.
Tails.
Boom.
I'm not lying. It's tails.
All right. So what we're gonna do is you bring up your number 3. Then we're gonna go down to number 1. You had to justify your list to me and tell me why your list is better. Okay. And we're not looking at just a single movie. We're looking at the entire list. Okay.
Alrighty.
Retro. Your number 3 would be.
I thought Caleb was supposed to start because he won.
Oh, I thought you said.
I lost. No, I lost because it was tails.
No, he called heads.
Yeah, I
Oh,
called
my bad.
heads.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking shit up. Keep going.
All right. So your number 3 retro top 3 Disney movies, and mind you, we've excluded Marvel and Star Wars, which is funny because we both have Star Wars shirts on.
We do.
That's funny, but we've excluded Marvel movies and Star Wars movies. So, retro, what is your number 3 on your list?
My number 3 was The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh, 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 yes. I think that's one of the best Disney movies ever made. It's very close to my heart. You want me to explain why I think it's the best? Or you wanna hear
Yeah,
his
because
and
you're
then-
trying to convince me that your list is better than Caleb's list.
Okay, first of all, soundtrack wise, the songs in that movie went hard. That was operatic shit. It took place in Notre Dame for real. All right, that's one of the oldest stories ever told. Was the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know, like Esmeralda had the big boobs in it. You never really saw that when she was like Justice. And it was one of the greatest movies ever made. I wish I would have thought of my argument points beforehand because I just kind of gave you my list and didn't really prepare further. So I'm improvising right now. But hands down, it's got to be one of the best
Now,
Disney movies ever
if
made,
I remember-
especially visually.
If I remember correctly, was it there a little creature or something in there, like a bat? Was there a bat?
I wish I hadn't used boobs as one of my points. That's really
I
lame
faintly
point.
remember the bat.
Sorry
yeah.
about that. What the bat?
There
Yeah,
was
You're
a
wasn't
bat?
there
thinking
a
about
bat?
Anastasia. That's Anastasia.
Anastasia.
No,
Ah, okay.
I remember those toys from Burger King or
Yeah.
fucking McDonald's. What was one or the other from when I was a kid? I had one, and I remember that shit for some reason, like distinctly. I don't know why.
I remember glasses from like
Right.
Burger King. Was there not? Did they have glasses?
I don't
what
know.
for? No Hunchback
I think so.
or for Anastasia?
I think so.
For Anastasia had the round glasses. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when it comes to this movie, what really sticks out to you? What makes you love it, other than the music?
All right, and I'm basically gonna switch up one of the points I just made about Esmeralda. I said she had the big boobs. That's not what I meant to say. Esmeralda was an awesome dynamic character. That was like a hippie back in the days of Woodstock protesting Frollo. She was one of the coolest, she wasn't really a hero. She was a chaotic neutral. How often do you see a fucking chaotic neutral in a Disney movie? Is my voice echoing to y'all's earphones too?
A little bit. You're okay.
Okay. But yeah, and the songs went hard. Come on.
Now, I remember watching this movie as a kid, and I remember watching it in theaters, and I remember loving it. I remember it being a great movie. And look, right here, there's some of the toys, and I remember having the dude that's on the right, the big guy. Do you remember who he was?
Phoebus.
Okay, now I remember having that big thing. It's a puppet. It's an actual
Yeah,
puppet.
I had the Phoebus and my sister had the Esmeralda, I think, growing up.
Okay.
And remember the Feast of Fools part with all the gypsies? Once of them, there is a party here in town. That's basically a gay pride parade inside the Disney movie.
Okay.
So that would be my point, I guess.
Caleb, do you have anything that you could say about the movie? Like, hey, I don't think it was very good, or
What is with that echo?
Dude, I can't really speak on that because it's been so long since I've seen that. I really can't remember. So, to be honest.
All right, so what is your number 3 going to be?
Mine's going to be The Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, right there.
Till as old as time.
You're not helping your argument, Retro.
I'm really not.
Yeah, if you're singing the
Shit.
song, you're not helping your argument.
Fucking myself over like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, so Caleb, why would that be your number 3?
Well, I'm going to say that this is a personal list and that, I'm going to say this is very subjective. So, I think this whole thing is subjective because I already know a little glimpse of what I'm up against, and I already have a certain opinion, and I shared that opinion with Mike. But after it's all said and done, we'll talk about it. But anyway, so, okay. This movie's very sentimental to me because I watched it with my grandmother a lot growing up as a young child. My grandmother loved this movie. She loved the music in it. She watched it a lot. I would imagine probably like at least once a week. I'd imagine I feel like that was a good about once a week we'd probably watch it along with all these other movies like Casper and stuff like that. But we're not talking about that right now. But this movie's music is just great, man. The music is great. You know, all Disney music, most fucking Disney movies have good music. You know, that's pretty much hands down. So there really ain't no arguing that. You know, I didn't really think of a lot of reasons either.
Same boat,
Now-
same boat. So
now-
we're even
now-
on that.
All right. So now, not to, I'm not trying to make an argument for you, but the new movie, the live action Beauty and the Beast, and I was telling Retro about this. I don't know if you know this, but the whole controversial scene at the end where the dude is dancing with another dude was a nod to the man that made all the music for Beauty and the Beast, because he was a gay dude. So they wanted to have something in that movie to kind of be a nod to him.
All right.
Because
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with it at all. I mean, I don't understand why people nitpick things, and you know, like it's a small scene in a really big movie, and like, you know, that you choose to pick that out and make it a big deal kind of just makes you look like a piece of shit, in my opinion.
Just
So like,
annoying
true.
internet person.
like
Very
you're
true.
trolling. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're just nitpicking shit at this point. It's not even logical. It doesn't, like, you know, all
The
the
most
thousands
mundane
of
little
hours of
detail.
work put
Yeah.
in that fucking damn movie, and you're gonna pick that shit out. Like, that shit pisses me off so bad, because like they nailed the fucking movie. I mean, scene by scene. I was watching a fucking YouTube video where they were comparing like a lot of it, like, and I mean, I know some of it's a little different, but I mean, for the most part, like, they fucking nailed it. I mean, live action, they nailed it. They done a good job, and you know, that's my opinion on the live action one. As far as the animated one, though, I think these Disney movies, I think they really resonate with me, because, you know, now as an adult, I think back and I look about like what they taught me, like morally, you know, and I think with this movie, what it taught me was like you know, that beauty is on the inside, and it's not, you know, it's not always on the outside. Like, you can be a really beautiful person and have a really ugly personality, you know, and it really show. So this is a movie that kind of taught me, like, you know, hey, you know, you can look like a beast but still love and want to be loved.
You can look like a bitch. If you look like a bitch, you can still be.
You lost me on that one.
Yeah, it popped in my head. I was like, it don't matter what you do, even though you look like a bitch, it don't mean you are a bitch. So I pulled it up real quick, because this was a big thing in my childhood too, with Beauty and the Beast, as well as you know, Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I remember these toys. And I can't remember where they come from. I want to say maybe Burger King. But do
It
you
was
guys
definitely
remember
Burger
that?
King.
Yeah.
Burger King had a certain tone to their toys that definitely looked like Burger King toys.
But
They're always bigger.
No, excuse me. I wanted to say Pizza Hut. I think these were Pizza Hut. Now I could be
Pizza Hut.
wrong. Pizza Hut had things occasionally, but I think these may have been Pizza Hut. But I could be wrong. I'm
I
sure
remember
I'm
Pizza Hut had the
fucking
Star
wrong.
Wars cups.
Pizza Hut had many different things. So are you satisfied with your argument there, Caleb?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going back to retro. Retro, what is your number 2?
The Lion King.
The Lion King. Boom.
And this is
Oh,
what
yeah.
the fuck I was talking about. How the fuck are you supposed to argue against the fucking Lion King? Like, literally, like,
You cannot.
it's the best Disney movie ever fucking made. I'm not even
Nah,
gonna argue with it.
señor. Sí, papi,
But
sí,
look,
papá.
he didn't, Retro didn't even put this as his number 1, dude. Retro didn't even put
No.
this as his number 1.
Dude,
Slid
this
it on
would
in
have
there.
totally been my number 1.
Retro
man.
Retro didn't even put this as number 1. So I mean, that boom. But even though it sounds like it doesn't have to be sold, sell it to us. Sell it to us.
Sell the Lion King.
Sell the fucking Lion King.
The first time we really saw somebody get murked Mufasa got murked before our eyes. That's the first time we saw that.
That was
Number
our
one.
first murder that we all witnessed. That is
It
true.
was.
That was the
The
first time we-
stampede that didn't make sense because even when I was a kid, I'm like, shouldn't he be like trampled?
Yeah.
He got away pretty clean from the stampede. The soundtrack. The only thing that can stand next to Lion King is Tarzan, which I'm sad that I didn't put that in my list. Now I kind of feel bad. Disney Tarzan.
You talking about
Tarzan.
you talking about the
It's
music
not in my
in
list either.
Tarzan?
Tarzan and the animation, everything.
You're
about
just-
it.
no, I'm
That
just
movie-
saying Are you talking about the music couldn't hold up to the music in?
I'm
No.
I'm saying the only thing that can hold a candle to the music in Lion King is Tarzan.
Okay, that's what I was asking music. But go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I cut you off.
And I mean, come on, that film has lasted the test of time all the way to this live action, which came out what 2 years ago.
All right, so how do you feel about the live action?
I honestly enjoyed it. I like how they tweaked it to where it wasn't line for line with everything, where it sounded just like the original. And I like how they like made fun of itself, like when they had the scene, like we just pull up the picture again, please.
All right, hold on. Well, I was gonna pull
For
this
Lion
up.
King?
I had this pulled up. Mark said your rule, Caleb, so you best be knocking it out of the park. Let's see the picture. For
You rule,
Boom.
Mark.
There it
In
is.
the live action, see, this is the part where Simba walks across the log and ages 15 years. Well, in the live action, during this sequence, they're like, "Hey, you got really big, like over a really short period of time." I love shit like that. Like they knew Seth Rogen can't sing, so they had him sing his ass off. I was, that's kind of where I want to say that. I feel like I'm gushing too much.
Honestly, my problem with the live action movie, which I thought it was good.
Here comes Downer Debbie, y'all.
My problem with it is something I didn't think about is that in this picture right here, it does it justice right here. You see that emotion on Simba's face?
Yes, I've heard this said before. Yeah.
You can't
the inflection of the animals.
Yeah, that was my issue. That's the only issue I had with that. Is that like
if they did that, it becomes more of an animated movie than it already is. It's supposed to be live action, so like live animals. So if you give them animated expressions, it no longer becomes.
You're right.
That's what I feel about that.
I mean, you're right. You're exactly right. But at the same time, I didn't think about that until I watched it. So it kind of threw me off. Now, hold on, give me just a second, because I had something I want to. Because mind you, all this I seen all this as a kid. Everything you guys are bringing up right now, I seen as a kid. I went to theaters. I seen this. I enjoyed the toys. You know what I'm saying? You guys, which I mean, we're about the same age ish. Caleb's 20.
What's Caleb's number 2 though?
I'm definitely.
Hold on. Before we get to number 2, I had these. Do you guys remember these? The Burger King. They were like just a little box with a finger puppet in it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You just
The
stick your
Rafiki
finger
one
in.
goes hard.
You don't remember that shit, man?
I don't remember. I never had one of these. No.
Yeah, they were awesome. So I had, I think I had 2 or 3 of them. I know I didn't have the Simba one. I know for sure I didn't have that one. All right. So Caleb, number 2, bud.
Toy Story.
Toy fucking Story, man. Toy Story. Now, in my opinion, this movie right here, this flick right here, how does that go against Lion King? I mean, I think it goes head to head, man.
It's Pixar compared to Disney. It's 2D compared to CG. It's a whole different spectrum, if you ask me.
Yeah, and that's what I was like. I was wondering if he like wanted us to do like animated Disney classics, or like if we were allowed to put Pixar. And he told me as long as it wasn't Marvel or Star Wars that I could use it. So I picked Toy
Exactly.
Story.
He wanted this to happen. That's why he did this.
No, I said
puppeteer.
anything
You
other than
puppeteer,
Star
you.
Wars. I said anything other than Star Wars, and other than because obviously Marvel and Star Wars is way out of the league. I think Pixar is Disney now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Motherfucker,
don't forget about
y'all
DreamWorks.
But was
Yeah,
it
I mean-
then? Like technically, was it Disney then, or was it just its own thing then?
it was Disney. It was
It was
Disney.
Disney then.
Yeah.
Too?
It was
Yeah.
Pixar and Disney.
Okay.
It was Pixar and Disney. But all right, but here's the thing. You know, if y'all motherfuckers wanted to pull up the fucking Song of the South, y'all could have pulled that shit up. You know what I'm saying? The only fucking limitations you had was Marvel and Star Wars. That's all you had.
I think you specifically said Disney, and that's why we all named Disney movies.
That's that's what Song of the South is Disney. That was kind of a joke. I thought it was funny, but
Isn't that a really old movie?
yeah, it's the one the Zippity Doodah song come from.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I think
Yeah, it was
I've-
okay. It was like okay for Disney to have this song. Do you remember the sing along VHS tapes?
Yeah, I remember those.
I don't
Okay,
remember.
that was probably before Caleb's time. But they had these tapes that you go buy that were sing along tapes. I don't know how long they were, but they would take scenes from different movies and you just put the movie in and you'd watch different scenes and you could sing along. And Zippity Doodah was a huge fucking pick for sing along tapes. But they would not play the fucking movie. You couldn't buy the fucking movie for Song of the South because it had slaves in it. It was a fucked up movie. But they would use Song of the South, or use Zippity Doodah from Song of the South because it was a catchy fucking tune.
I think the first guy to say Zippity Doodah was probably tripping fucking balls.
I'm fucking sure.
What makes you say
Sure.
Zippity Doodah?
Was it-
Zippity day? What you like?
It's just crazy.
I think a whole lot of these people that have made these fucking Disney films were probably tripping balls when they were doing it.
There were a
But,
bunch of sixpence.
So we're on Toy Story. Caleb, your argument.
This again, another movie. Watched a lot growing up. This movie I think really just showed me like it's friends are important. It's good to have friends. Friends are vital to a vital part of life. And without friends, we really ain't got shit. So it's good to have them.
Now, what is something that stuck out to you about this flick other than that you'd be like, man, this is the movie I need to pick? It was a character. Was there a character?
Man, I love the whole Buzz Woody thing. Like, I love them both. Like, I think I love Buzz a little bit more because I just love the whole space thing. Like, I've been really big into space like my whole life, like ever since I was a kid. So I think Buzz Lightyear was like cool, man. He's like an astronaut or whatever, and he had the pop out space wings on his figure. Woody was cool, but it was like Woody in the hat, and it was cool, and some of them came with the pull string, and he talked, but like the Buzz Lightyear one, like had like the little lights on his hand, and freaking the wings popped out when you hit the button on the back, and you could like his helmet flipped open. Like it had so much more going on. Like even with the little action figure, I was like, man, yeah, I think I definitely like him more. So I'm probably more of a Buzz guy.
Now I do remember having some. I had a shit ton of Toy Story toys as a kid, but I don't remember having any specifically Happy Meal toys that stuck out to me with this one. I don't really remember that.
I had the Buzz. My sister had the Woody. I had the Buzz. He was just talking about with the wings that came out and the lights.
So you
And
had
Woody
the
had the hat
Buzz.
that came on.
You had the Buzz, and your sister had the Woody.
She had the Woody. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Will you stop it?
Interesting.
Fuck you. What'd you just do?
All right. So, are you ready for your no? All right. Well, hold on, Caleb. Are you done with your argument?
Can I say one thing about Toy Story though? That bugs the shit out of me about those
Go
movies.
ahead.
I love Toy Story, but one thing that kills me, like in the third movie, when they're like, "Oh no, we've been put in the attic in boxes." I'm like, "You can walk. Just get out the box."
Yeah, you're destroying the narrative, man. You're
Fuck
destroying
the narrative. If I can
You're
walk
going
and I
too
can
far.
move, I don't give a fuck where you put me. I can find. They can walk and find another damn kid.
You're going too in deep. Too in deep.
You
depth.
just mad because I made a good point and bursted that bubble again. All right,
I've-
keep going. Sorry.
I have a few bubbles left. Caleb, are you done with your argument that Toy Story should be the number 2?
Yeah.
All right. So Retro.
My number 1 favorite Disney movie is. You got the picture ready?
Yeah, right here.
Hercules.
Boom.
Who puts the glad in Gladiator? Hercules. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie.
I just want to take this moment to share that 2 of your list was going to be 2 of my list.
Deadass.
So I feel like that like shows we have a lot in common.
Right.
Yeah,
one
the
thing-
Lion King and Hercules, I was definitely gonna pick those 2.
Right, I feel you. For one thing about Hercules, if you're into mythology as a kid, Hercules will make you mad. Hera is not that fucking nice. She's not this sweet, caring mother. Oh, no, hell no. When I saw this shit, I was like, whoa, that's way off. So I always thought that was fun to compare it to actual mythology. The swirly animation, the show that came out after, remember the series that came out? That was actually really good. The Hercules series.
There was
And Go the Distance is the best Hercules song, Disney song ever.
I don't remember that series.
It had the guy from Third Rock from the Sun, Harry, playing Icarus. I Have a Life, Retro Bro.
So I mean, why is this number 1, man? I mean, why is this the best?
I have a personal bias. It can't be called the best Disney movie of all time. No, but by any means. But I have a personal bias because I'm sorry, Go the Distance is the best fucking Disney song ever written. That was Let It Go before Let It Go. That's the male Let It Go. Go the Distance. I Have a Life.
So I will say, this is something that I really remember from because Hercules was something I seen as a kid. I went to the theater and seen it, and I remember I can't remember who did this, but they had these plates. Do you guys remember the plates?
Them commemorative plates.
Well, they were plastic. I think they come from a fucking.
I want the one with the black ladies on it. I want that one so bad. With the singers.
I remember that. And also, we brought up the glasses earlier, and I don't know if you guys could see this, but here are the glasses.
Oh, I thought you meant like wearing glasses. Yeah, I remember those glasses.
And I swear, I think that it's not in the picture, but I think they had a Hunchback of Notre Dame glass like that. But
I don't remember the Hunchback one. Honestly, I remember all those main ones.
Like I said, I could be wrong. So you're going Hercules number 1, bud.
Yeah, and I know I'm probably going to get swept away by Caleb's answer. Yeah.
All right. So
and don't forget Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito played Pan in that.
He did. He didn't play it. And
it was James Woods who played Hades. Come on, that was the best character ever.
That was way up. I thought it was crazy how like they had like actually him doing the voice in Kingdom Hearts 3 also, and like I guess he does it in the old ones too, does he, Mike?
Hold on, Danny DeVito?
I mean, James Wood. He's talking about James Wood.
Okay. James Wood might do it, but I know because I was about to say that one of my biggest disappointments with Kingdom Hearts was Danny DeVito didn't do it.
Yeah, but doesn't Doesn't he actually do the voice of Hades?
I'm not sure about that one. Because they're very good at trying to get people that sound like the people. The guy that did Captain Jack Sparrow in Kingdom Hearts 3 was almost convincing to me at times.
No, he wasn't.
He was. I was.
No, he wasn't.
At times. Okay.
Not when you have human ears.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. The guy that did the voice, the Danny DeVito voice for Hercules in the Kingdom Hearts series, did not do a good job. At least 3. I don't remember who did 1 and 2. I don't remember. I know
those cutscenes were fucking. Those cutscenes were fucking long.
But they were
awesome,
it
though. Is James Wood.
They were fucking awesome, man.
You could go to the store and come back. And the cutscene would still be going.
Yeah,
I saw that happen one time.
We
were on a beer run.
Story, man. When you do an RPG, you gotta have a fucking story, man. What?
That much. Sometimes too much filler is too much. But I'm an old school guy.
Anyways, are you done? Are you done?
Yes.
Ready to go? All right, Caleb, your number one.
Aladdin.
Boom.
Damn,
Aladdin.
he beat my list. You beat my list ass, yo. I was like, wow, Caleb fucked me up. I
Aladdin.
can't touch his list.
So
Yeah.
and I think right here there is a Aladdin glass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
Robin Williams. Fuck, that should have been on my list.
Yeah. So Caleb, argument for the why is Aladdin your number one?
The genie was great. The genie made the whole movie. I mean, we all know it. We all know the genie created the magic in that movie. You know, the genie was the magic and he created the magic.
Can I
You
just
know,
throw up my white
and,
flag now?
and then like Robin Williams voicing it, I mean, you know, it just that voice was magic in itself. So it was fucking magic on top of magic. I mean, it was so much magic. It was like a magic gangbang. Like it was magic everywhere. Magic explosions. I mean, you remember that one scene in the movie? I wish we could pull that up right now and like do a little video clip of the scene where Genie makes all the fireworks pop up and shit. You remember what I'm
Boom,
talking
boom,
about?
Here's the scene. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, there it is. But I mean, I mean, the story. Did the story stick out to you, or was it just the character?
No, man, it was the whole story. I loved Aladdin, and you know, I mean, I just loved the whole story itself. Like it was cool because like, you know, this dude's like a poor dude. He didn't have nothing hardly to eat. The monkey was stealing food for him, you know, on the street. Like, and then all of a sudden he runs into this princess in the middle of the street. There's ran away, and it's just fate, and you know, and it's this love story, and then there's this, you know, the music again. The music's fucking great. You know, a whole new world. You know, all that shit. I mean, it's
like,
just fucking great. You know what I'm saying?
legitimately, how do you get what song is better than A Whole New World?
It's literally like, honestly, when I think about Disney songs, it's the first one I think about. I don't know why, but it always has been. Like, it's just like the fucking magic carpet and them flying and just the stars and shit at night. It's just some wild shit, man.
I'm sorry. Taylor's old as time. Taylor's
world.
old as time. Beauty and the Beast trumps on A Whole New World. I'm
All
sorry.
right,
It's a
that's
better
not on
song.
your fucking list. Don't argue something else.
I've lost this time. I might as well be.
It's on your
I'm
list.
Biden. I might as well be Biden in this bitch. I've already lost.
Yeah, don't argue something else.
I wouldn't say the entire soundtrack is the best soundtrack in all of the Disney movies, but I would say that song itself just sticks out to me and resonates a lot. Like it just always has. So I'm gonna say, as like far as like whole soundtracks, no, definitely I would say the Beauty and the Beast definitely probably has the best whole soundtrack, like overall, you know, and music quality and stuff. But like that one song on Aladdin, man, that shit really stuck out to me and always will. So yeah, that's my argument. I'm done.
All right, sir. Are you guys ready? I'm going to pick a winner.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm not going to just throw it out there and pick a winner. I'm going to pick it, you know, based off what you guys have presented.
You're gonna reflect on this. You need a drum roll.
Hold on. I'll tell you when it's time for the drum roll. Number one, both you guys have brought flicks that I seen as a kid. Obviously, because we all grew up with, you know, what you guys presented to me. Lion King. That movie was amazing. And when I think about Lion King, I think about, I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but it actually left theaters, at least where I was living at. It left theaters and they brought it back. And I remember.
Yeah, there was only a few movies back then that they done that for, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't like a really done thing. So it was
25th anniversary. They brought it back. Yeah.
But it left. Well, this like with this short range of time, like it left, they brought it back. That was something that my mom, my stepdad, they actually really liked that movie, and we went and seen it multiple times. I remember going with my stepdad and seeing multiple movies only twice. We went and seen Jurassic Park like probably 3 or 4 fucking times, and we seen Lion King 3 or 4 fucking times because those movies were that fucking good.
Right.
Caleb, Aladdin
One was mine and then was yours.
is probably one of my favorite fucking movies of all time, and it really touched home with me. I really don't know why. I don't know why it was such a good movie to me, but I remember going and seeing it and it being a huge part of my childhood. I remember my grandma bought me a fucking Aladdin shirt one time. And I remember how fucking amazing it was. I was like, oh my God, I love this shirt. And I remember wearing the fuck out of that t-shirt that was fucking had Aladdin on it. It was a red t-shirt with the fucking picture on the front of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hercules and Hunchback were great films, man. I loved them as a kid. But I'm going, drum roll. I'm going to have to give it. As soon as the fucking drum rolls over,
We're not going to take it.
no. I'm gonna have to give it to Caleb, man, because fucking
Yeah, no shit, Mike. No shit.
even
saying?
even with Lion King, man, with Toy Story,
He had
It
Toy
did-
Story and Beauty and the Beast. I lost right then. I'm biting as fuck right now.
but you know what? But you know what? I think Aladdin was what did you in, man. Aladdin was such a good film to me.
I thought Beauty and the
and-
Beast did me in.
Beauty and the Beast was fucking. Don't get me wrong, that was a huge part of my childhood too, man. I love that film.
I can't
Can
tell
I
you
be
how many
honest?
times I watched that growing up, man.
Can I be honest with y'all real quick?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, please do.
I have to
Please
go
do.
pee. I gotta pee really bad. The beer's just going
Let
right
it
through me.
flow.
So
Let it
Let
flow.
it flow.
look,
Go
go
ahead.
the distance is the
Go the
male. Let it go.
Well, we'll go ahead and segue into guess what time it is, Caleb.
It's time for my corner.
Caleb. What are we talking about today, Caleb?
We're talking about Batman, the Man Who Laughs, #1.
Boom.
It's a 6-issue miniseries. It's basically like a off series, like a spring off of the Dark Knight's Metal series. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I read a lot of those issues, but it's been like a year or two since I've read them, so I can't remember a lot of them. But I like the single standalone issues that had like the Red Death and Batman the Annihilator or whatever. The single standalone issues, I had all of those, and I read that, and I did read most of Metal, but I don't think I ever finished it, to be honest with you.
I know you're into metal because
Yeah, it's
I think,
funny.
I think you bought comics while we were at fucking conventions together. If I mean, I might be wrong, but
Yeah, we definitely have. Yeah,
I mean, I know we went to conventions together, but I think that you actually bought metal comics while we were at conventions together.
yeah, like I got an Iron Maiden one time, I think, and yeah, that one was
Yeah.
cool.
You bought that and gave it to me.
Yep, yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, you could have bought me a better comic. Yeah, but
You're so negative,
From the
man.
guy,
You're
from
so
the
fucking
guy
negative.
who swears Iron Maiden is the best metal band ever.
Is that what he says?
Number two, Black Sabbath's the best metal band ever, but Iron Maiden's number 2. Hands.
I've never heard somebody say Iron Maiden before.
I'm gonna have to agree with you and say Black Sabbath is the best metal band ever.
Black
And
Sabbath.
yeah,
It's the
I will
best metal
definitely
band
agree
ever.
with you on that.
You
'Cause they
guys
were
are
the
both wrong.
original.
You know,
Iron, and
you
Iron
know it's 30
Maiden.
Seconds from Mars. You know 30 Seconds from Mars is the best film ever.
Don't break me down.
From yesterday. Fucking metal Coldplay, basically.
Hey man, I like that fucking song. Fuck y'all. Continue on with the comic. Go ahead. Tell us about it. I'm gonna pop it back up again.
So
Daniel's
basically,
Comic Corner.
Yep.
this starts out with okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say like this is Scott Snyder and I'm pretty sure Greg Capello does the art on this. I don't know why I don't see his name on the cover there. I'm gonna have to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure I thought this was Scott Snyder and Greg Capello together. Hold on 1 second.
Well, fuck that. Tell us about it.
Well, I wanna. Now I'm bothered. I'm bothered. You
Don't
know.
be bothered. Goddamn, tell us about it.
I guess he doesn't.
You-
I guess he doesn't do the art in this. I guess it's somebody named Jock.
The Jock.
Yep, whoever
He's
Jock
like a
is.
rapper.
But anyway,
Young Jock.
he
Is
he
he
has a
young or
very
old
similar. Like I'm like convinced this dude is Greg Capello right now though, because like his art is very similar. But basically this starts out like a regular Batman story. I think it's after the events of Dark Knight's Metal though. So like, and to be honest with you, like I was saying, like I was trying to say earlier, I never finished that series, so I can't tell you how it ended or how this, leads up into this. I'm just going to be frank and honest with you. I can't. So, there's that. But coming into it, it's just seems like a regular old run of the mill Batman story. He's chasing after a truck that's got like a house on the back, right? And he's saying like apparently this house is like just a decoy and it's shielded on the inside and they're carrying something inside, and he's trying to figure out what it is, basically, and he can see
It's
that
like
this is
a RV, like an
Y-
RV.
Yeah, he can see that. You ever seen the transfer trucks with the modular homes on them? They're driving down the highway and then it's got the truck behind it with the wide load sign that's blinking. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay. All right. That's what I was asking. Now,
Yeah,
I do.
it's a flatbed with the modular home on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Wide load.
Yeah,
Hang on.
and it's a fake one, right? So it's like hollowed out on the inside, and it's holding something secret, and Batman's trying to figure out what it is. So he's chasing after this truck, and the truck's plowing cars off the road. He's got to shoot out this cable from his bike, and catch these cars and shit. Like it's just wild. But I lost where I was at. Hold on. He catches up with them and then stops them and breaks in and gets them and kicks everybody's ass or whatever, and then gets inside the truck or whatever. And then he sees it's like a coffin or whatever, and it's a fucking cryogenic coffin, and he opens it up, and it's a fucking dead Bruce Wayne. And he's like, what the fuck? So, and then the body gets taken. I guess the cops come, he's got to let the cops come and then do their thing. And then he investigates later the body at the morgue. I guess he breaks in. I think he knocks the dude out or whatever gently, because it seems like I think they like nonchalantly in one scene. I'm pretty sure it's like somebody knocked out in a chair because Batman's in the morgue and he's got a disguise on. And I'm pretty sure that he knocked out the security guard or whatever to get in there, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they nonchalantly infer that, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I can't directly point out the panel that I'm looking at, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty funny. Anyway,
Are you having a side conversation, motherfucker?
no, I'm sitting here looking at the comic while I go. Sorry.
It's internal monologue out loud.
Yeah.
Are you having a side monologue, motherfucker? You sitting there giggling and shit. What's going on in your head?
We're talking about this comic right here, the Batman Who Laughs, right there.
But in the morgue, he finds out that basically, like, he does his full detective analysis shit. He's fucking badass. So he's like looking, and he's like, okay, this guy is literally me. Like, he's looking at the scars and shit, and he's like, oh my God, this is identical. Like, He's like, I know everything about my, he's like, everything lines up. He's like, except some scars are missing. And he's like, and then he figures out where the scars stop at what point in time. And then he realizes the scars stop the point in time that Bane broke his back. And he realizes that this Bruce Wayne, basically after he got his back broken by Bane, that he retired and like he went on to do other things for Gotham, like green, like to try to make everything greener, like because he was like I can tell by the dirt under his fingernail that he was trying to do some kind of eco green friendly project or something like that. And it was more descriptive than that, but you get what I'm saying. But and he says that he said that he's got a wedding ring on, and then he's got a small tattoo that says May, and then he says May. He says that's crazy. He said because he said that would be. I said if I ever had a daughter with Selena, that's what we would name our daughter is May, and then it's a tattoo that this Wayne has. So he's like it's wild, it's crazy, and he's trying to figure out where the hell this guy came from or whatever. And then it just skips on to this next scene or whatever. After, Batman goes back to the car with Alfred or whatever, and he's like, man, this shit's crazy. And he's like, take me to Arkham Asylum. But on their way to Arkham Asylum or whatever, you think it's Batman that shows up behind the security guards at Arkham Asylum, and they get knocked out. No. Actually, they get cut in half. Yeah, they get cut in half. That's exactly what happens. It's pretty crazy.
This way, like that way.
Like a lightsaber slice in half, like at the waist.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be crazy? Shit. Like if fucking
we get Darth Mauled.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be crazy if like Qui-Gon, he got cut in half like long ways?
That would be crazy.
He'd be a Qui-Gon twins then.
Qui-Gon twins.
Yeah. Go ahead, Caleb.
And basically, this other, it looks like Batman, but he looks a lot like the Punisher because he's got like all these belts and straps on, like ammo holsters and stuff like that, and these AKs and swords and all this other crazy shit. And he's on a mission and he's going through Arkham and like he kills the ventriloquist, tells him, calm down, Batman. We're not the enemies. This isn't you. Blah blah blah. And he just like blows his ass away and like obliterates him with like this like flamethrower cannon thing. It's crazy as shit. He's got strapped to his arm. Yeah, he kills him. The ventriloquist like fries him, fucking disintegrates his ass. And then he goes to obviously, where they're going, right? They're going to Arkham. They're going to Joker's cell. So they go into Joker's cell, and he's like, I'm here. And then, Joker's like, hello, Bats. Don't tell me you're here to actually kill me. And then the Batman says no. And then the Batman who laughs, the guy that's on the cover of this, he shows up. And he's got he carries a scythe or whatever, and a chain. So he's pretty scary looking, and he's got that spike collar around his face. But yeah, he comes in and he's like, the other one's like, no, I'm not here to kill you. And then he walks in, he's like, but I am. And then the dude's like, the Joker's like, oh, I'm so scared, blah blah blah, and then he's like gets a scythe in the head. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. Wow. And then the next scene is Batman's on.
So who is the character?
This is what I'm about to tell you right now. So basically, this is the best insight you get about him on this page right here. Hold on just 1 second.
Oh, we're holding on, man.
Except the guy who was 10 minutes late for us to even go on live, and I'm fucking plugging us at 7:30.
Yeah, 7:30. I told you weeks ago.
No, I'm talking to you, Mike.
I was here.
You weren't here at 7:30. You got here at 7:36 when you had.
I was on time. I was on time.
I was on time. This black person's on white people time.
You were on time. I was running a little late and then Caleb was
Mike, can you
when
like
you was
not
no, when
late
you was
for,
at
like,
my
one day?
Caleb
no,
was fucking late.
Jesus
when you
Christ.
was at my house, Mike, I said, "Are you sure when you get home you can get past your wife?"
Yeah,
You said, "Sure." Then you got home. Hold on. I gotta get the kids straight. That's what you said.
I did. They're straight. They're alive. They're breathing.
Yeah, all right.
No dead at
I'm
chokehold.
announcing 740. I'm
May-
announcing 740 next week for the ad. Okay.
They may have got a dead at chokehold. Maybe that's the reason you don't hear them.
Gonna choke the kids real quick.
All right,
Make that the
Caleb.
logo. Our mascot just be. Sorry.
Finish it up,
What-
Caleb. Finish it up, man.
Bunch of
So
alcoholics.
basically, he's on the roof talking to Jim, and he's like, he shows him a picture of the Batman who laughs, and then Jim's like, what is this thing? And he's like, he comes from a realm where all our hopes and fears exist in material form. I've had moments when I've thought about killing the Joker, Jim, but it's my belief that the Joker's heart contains a singular super toxin that'll be released when he dies, a toxin that will make whoever kills him the next Joker. So this creature, he's me, but he's a me who's also him. And then Jim says, lore. Well, first, who hasn't thought about killing the Joker? The city will be heartbroken to know he, was a decoy, and however the hell Joker managed it, I don't know. But if this Batman who laughs guy is still the Joker in your body, we can still. And then Batman cuts him off, and then they have this whole dialogue.
Hold on. So I lost you. So the Batman that laughs is Bruce Wayne.
Right. The
all
the realm where he's from, he killed Joker and became Joker.
Okay, I
Because
got you.
the Joker has a toxin in his blood, even in this realm that they're currently in. That, you know what I'm saying? So like this is like
I'm with
this
you.
is
I'm with you.
this is in every realm. Like the Joker has this toxin in his blood. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, so he goes back to the Batcave or whatever after this discussion with Jim, and he's with Alfred, and then he's like, open the underwater security, and then he's like, why in the hell would I do that, Alfred? And he's like, do it, and then he does it, and then all of a sudden a little head comes up out of the water and it scares the shit out of Alfred, and it's the Joker, because Batman realizes that he's not dead because it was a decoy. It was the person, the GCPD found the body, and it wasn't the Joker. It was a decoy. So basically he has this fucking little short conversation with Joker. He comes up out of the water and he says, I'm supposed to say knock knock first, and he's being all trying to be funny. And then Batman's like, you'll be safe here. And then and he's like, I don't want to be safe, old friend, and you don't want to either. And then he pulls out a gun, but it's a fake gun. And when he shoots it, the bullet comes out the back of it and shoots him in the fucking heart and kills him. And then, freaking Batman runs over there and is like, oh man, this is arterial blood. He's like, he's not going to make it, and then all of a sudden, like, he starts fucking laughing and shit. And then, and then the last scene of the book is fucking Batman, over Joker, and he's like got the whole ha 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 thing going over, and his eyes are red in his cowl, and he's got the white mouth, and he's like got the drool coming out and shit. It's crazy as fuck.
It's
Crazy.
a reverse killing joke.
Crazy panel. Sounds
like.
But no, in the Killing Joke, there were some dicks that got sucked. And the end of
As far as the ha ha part with the smiling Batman panel, that sounds like a killing joke, like Bizarro killing joke
I mean,
part to me.
Somebody's dick got sucked in the Killing Joke. Caleb, tell him.
Yeah, and
all Kevin Smith fans love talking about dick sucking.
No, I'm right. Caleb, tell him.
What?
The Killing Joke. Somebody's dick got sucked. Tell him.
I stole a copy there from the public library.
Oh yeah, somebody's dick definitely got sucked forcefully. It was not fun. It was not fun for whoever it was though.
So, all right, whose dialogue just shut the fuck up at the end of the Killing Joke? Hello, Caleb,
Jokers.
the Joker. He was like, ah, ha, 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 ha. And then he just shut the fuck up because he had a dick in his mouth.
You think Batman? You think Batman
You
pulled his
that's
back
what
cock
happened?
out and shoved it in the Joker's
Batman
mouth?
did choke
Yep.
him. He choked him with his dick.
He shoved his fucking dick. He couldn't laugh.
That's why Batman won't kill him. They fucking. That's why.
Exactly.
That's the only person
Exactly.
Batman really wants to fuck is the Joker. He likes that pasty
They're
white
fighting.
ass.
It's a fucking just a
Joker
huge
has a
argument.
green butthole.
What the fuck?
Imagine if he had a green butthole, yo. What the fuck did we go? This is a sloppy ass episode or whatever.
That's,
We have to have
no,
fillers.
This is an episode we've already did the Killing Joke. We've done the Killing Joke, and that was what I decided. I was like, fuck. He shut the fuck up just like that. He just shoved his fucking dick in his mouth. He didn't kill him. Batman didn't kill him, but he might have shoved his dick in his mouth. And he did it.
He was
That's why
balls deep in that Joker throat. That
And that-
Napier throat.
Yep.
I
That's
like
why
your
you
old throwback
that's why I
right there,
couldn't hear
Mike.
him.
My
Boom.
neighbor upstairs
Okay.
probably like, what the fuck is happening down there? What is he talking about? Green assholes and Napier.
All right, so Caleb, how do you feel about it?
Dude, man, I tell you, I don't think I want to do the numbering system anymore, man. I don't know. I
All
just
right,
feel
so
like
just gonna-
I feel like it's kind of repetitive and just like I don't know. Like I'd rather just do a read or don't read, man. So I think
read or fleed.
yeah,
You read or fleed.
I read or fleed the book. Okay. So I could start doing the books that I don't like too. So like if I read something like I can do a
Yeah.
fleed book. So not every one of them are reads. Some of them are fleeds.
Well,
I'll try
Yeah,
to throw a
most
couple fleeds in there. All right. So this one's definitely a read. I liked it. I liked the art. It was very grim and dark and bloody, and it was crazy. And I liked how it started off as like it seemed like a typical Batman story, and then it turned into this crazy ass fucking nightmare by the end of it. So yeah, that's definitely a read for me.
all right, man. So it's a read, not a flee. Real quick, I wanted to bring up. Obviously, if people have been watching, I brought up the video and then took it away. But I do have a video I want to bring up real quick because we talked about Puddle of Mud before.
Oh God.
Episode. And they had another song that they did, and that
Why?
same setting. So you want to play it, Caleb? You want to play that real quick? You want to play it? You got time, bud?
Play what?
The other Puddle of Mud song they played.
He wants to hurt us again.
All right, you ready?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Are
man.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm
All right,
ready.
here it is. There it is. We're gonna play it.
It's out of tune. It's fuck.
Oh,
Jesus.
Butterfly in the sky.
You're kidding me.
You can go twice as high.
He's not really doing this. You're lying. This is a troll.
It's in a spring, reading rain. I can go anyway. Leading rain.
This is an insult to disabled people.
this shit's fucking
Dude,
awesome. You know what? I'm gonna play it one more time. I don't.
no, you're not.
I am. I'm playing it one more time. That shit's fucking.
Why?
Awesome.
How many viewers are we at right now, Mike? How many viewers do we have?
It doesn't
How many?
matter. It doesn't matter.
No, tell me right now. Tell me how
It
many we
doesn't
have.
matter. It doesn't matter.
If it doesn't matter, then tell me.
Take a lady, it's in a spring, reading rain. I can go anyway.
Why'd you do this twice?
Reason to go.
Did you break your ankle twice on purpose to see how I felt again?
Reading rain.
Fuck out of here, yo.
That shit was fucking awesome.
It's only says reading rain bites.
Reading
Rain
rain. That shit's.
He doesn't even say
fucking
Bo. He says Bane.
awful. Well, that's not really him. That's a video somebody made.
Who-
But
Whoever who made that song,
that shit's fucking awesome.
it don't sound like he can read at all.
it's supposed to be fucking hilarious.
I know, but I'm just like, you did that to me.
Well, I think that is it time to go ahead and finish it off.
Alrighty.
Just like Joker finished off the Batman. Caleb, can you hit me with that quote, man? Come on, man. Come on, man.
By the great Barry Allen, life doesn't give us purpose; we give life purpose.
And make sure you go out into the world and you chase your muse.